It is our next level talent segment on Kansas Sports Chatter, an opportunity to talk to former high school athletes from the state of Kansas that are now competing at a college or university in the state of Kansas. And our guest today is Jaila Harding. She is a member of the Wichita State University women's basketball team and out of Wichita Southeast High School. Jaila, appreciate you coming on the show. For you, back in Wichita after a couple of years at New Mexico State, what has it been like just to be back in your hometown?
It's been amazing. It's a question everybody always asks me. Just to come back to such a supportive community, and I have my family here who can come and support all the games. It's just been so welcoming, and I've enjoyed the environment so much.
And I know you got to follow the opportunity, but how tough was that for you? Growing up in Wichita, spent a couple of years at Butler Community College, and then going out to New Mexico State. How tough of a transition was that for you?
It actually wasn't tough at all for me. I had really good coaches at Butler that prepared me. I knew I probably was going to go a little distance away from home, and I was excited to take that opportunity, and I made the most of it, and I enjoyed my time at New Mexico State.
You talk about Butler. What was that experience like? And can you believe Mike Helmer's last year coaching?
I know, I just seen him recently and we chatted it up. He was amazing. He was an amazing coach. Butler, I mean, always going to a JUCO, it's like you never know what you're gonna expect. Everybody's fighting for the same thing. Everybody wants the opportunity to play Division I basketball. And I played with great teams. I mean, one of the years we only lost like 4 or 5 games, and it helped me grow a lot as a player and just understand like the transition from high school basketball to the college level, which is definitely more physical, and you playing against athletes who are very fast and have a lot of more experience than you do. But it definitely helped me transition over to Division I.
What was that recruitment like for you coming out of high school? Did you know right away that you wanted to go to Butler, or what was the process like?
I kind of waited it out to the end of my senior year. I didn't have many looks coming out of Southeast, but I heard from a couple Division I, so I knew that I had like the talent to get to that level. But then when I heard from Butler, I was like, they're gonna help me grow and give me even more opportunities in the future.
For you, like Wichita Southeast, like what do you remember like competing there at high school? What stands out about your high school career?
Just the rivalries. I mean, you have like Heights High School, which was a really close rivalry. Then you have East, which was nearby. Just the rivalries. I remember my senior year playing Heights High School, and they were always a tough team to play. But I remember we played them at home. I went on a run in the fourth quarter. I think I hit like 4 threes in the fourth quarter, and we ended up beating them, which was like one of the first times we had beat them. It had always been close games, but just the rivalries and the competition. I mean, I played against some really good Division I players that we know today, like Ziona Walker and Taylor Jameson, who also played for Wichita State before me. So just being able to play against really high level talent and watching them grow and play at their universities today.
You mentioned that 3-point shooting. Like, have you always been a good shooter? Like, when did you kind of develop that outside shot?
I think always since I was young. I remember just being out in the driveway with my dad and him working on my form for hours and hours. And then, of course, my brother who plays professional basketball, I would be out there working with him as well. So that's kind of always been my go to. I'd play one on one with my brother, but he was always taller than me. So I knew I had to shoot it over him. So I would just shoot it from far out and make it. So yeah, it's always been my game.
Any tips that you could give for anyone that's aspiring to be a good shooter? Like, what lessons have you kind of learned along your path to help you out in that shooting percentage?
Yeah, it's definitely working on that form. I mean, a lot of people just want to go out to the 3 point line and just start shooting. But if you don't have the mechanics down, I mean, you're never going to be consistent with it. So just starting with that form, working your way, focusing on your mechanics, and then just repetition. I mean, I'm always in the gym shooting, getting shots up. I mean, nothing comes from not practicing. So as long as you continue to practice on it and work your way up, you'll eventually get the shot down.
You talked about your brother and him playing basketball as well. Outside of having to shoot over the top of somebody taller than you, like what did you learn from him and just kind of what his experience?
Yeah, I mean, his game is so crafty. He's so elusive. He's just a full out scorer. I mean, of course, he was a good shooter growing up, but his game has just transitioned to just being a full scorer. He's super elusive. So also playing him one on one, I had to get better defensively. So that's another thing. Like I pride myself on just being very active defensively because he would give me, mean crossovers and all these different moves, and I'd have to stay right with him. So he's taught me a lot of different things just to keep moving. I mean, as a scorer, people are going to guard you super tough, and they have this far in this season. So just to keep on moving, be physical with them, but just find your opportunities to get your open shots.
I was reading your bio on the Wichita State website, Jayla, and you mentioned that you're the valedictorian of your high school class at Wichita Southeast. Like, how much did that mean for you, and just the importance of your studies as well?
Yeah, I mean, it meant everything for me. It was always for me, like growing up, I seen how good my brother was at basketball. So I was like, I got to beat him in something. I'm going to strive academically. And that's always been my focus. I mean, academics come first. I want to be a physician assistant in the future, which is not an easy path to get to. So academics have always been the focus of my mind. But also, it's something I bring up all the time. My teammates know I'm valedictorian. I'm like, well, I was valedictorian of my high school class. So I always bring it up. I'm super proud of that accomplishment.
Like, I remember, like in high school, like some people took that as quite the competition to be that valedictorian, and they put in a lot of work. Like, what was that like?
Yeah.
Were you able to track like where you were at in
Yeah.
your high school ranks?
I mean, honestly, I didn't focus on it until the end. In Southeast, we had like unweighted. So there was probably, I mean, I say I was valedictorian, but there was 7 other valedictorians. We had like a class of 500 students. But I didn't think about it till my senior year. And I'm like, oh, I've had all A's throughout my high school career. I'm probably going to be valedictorian. So, and it ended up happening.
The transition for you talked about the stages you've gone from high school to Butler, then New Mexico State, now Wichita State. Like, how have you kind of been able to, like, I guess, what is some of the learning curve that you have seen just trying to transition from each stage of basketball?
Yeah. So yeah, like I talked about from high school, it was just like the pace of play, the physicality, and you start weight training and stuff early on in college, so I think that helped prepare me. But JUCO to Division 1 also, you just recognize like how good athletes actually are at this level. Like it's the same game. You still have people that are fast and have people that are physical. But I mean, I remember playing in Conference USA. We were playing games where teams were setting 30 screens on offense to get people open. The game has just evolved so much, and you just have to, continue working on your game, getting quicker, getting stronger in the weight room, and that helps you just be right on track.
Hey, Jayla, appreciate your time. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much for having me.
That is Jaila Harding, a member of the Wichita State University women's basketball team and out of Wichita's Southeast High School, part of our Next Level Talents.